Hey guys, this is Victor Antonio with Sales Influence. First, my Orkin friends, I want to thank you for the training we did last week. You guys were a great audience. Did want to follow up. I think one of the things we agreed to do was that everybody would submit one response block structure so we can collect them and then share them. So let's go through a little refresher just in case some of you forgot what it was. Now remember, a sales objection is a what? Publicly stated opposition or concern. And one of the things we don't want people to do is to make verbal objections, right? So we don't want to overcome objections. We want to block the objections. And how do we block the objections? We do that by raising it. And remember, this is the response block structure. Raise the objection, offer to resolve it, demonstrate, then tie it down. And also recall, we're not tying down the sale, we're tying down the objection. So here's some examples. Remember the one I showed about the software is too complicated? We raised the objection by saying many of our existing clients think our software is hard to use, and that's understandable. We offer the resolve statement. We then demo, and then we tie that objection down based on what I've shown you. Do you think you could do this yourself with a little practice and support? Here was another example I showed you guys. Your prices are too high. Remember, we don't want them to say that to us, so what are we going to do? Raise that objection. Our clients tell us we're more expensive than others, but that depends on what you're buying. You offer to resolve it, and guess what? We talked about what? Anchoring a price if we want to introduce price early. We then demonstrate, and then we show them some relief by letting them know their options. I also showed you another one here. Your prices are too high. This time, we state the objection, but when we resolve the statement, we use something called framing. Remember that? 500 up to 2,500. What we want to say is 2,500 all the way down to 500. We then offer to do a show and tell, and then we tie that objection down. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to write on the left-hand side right here, I want you to write down one client objection that you're typically getting, and then fill out the objection statement by raising it, write out the resolve statement, talk a little bit about what you would do as far as demo, and then tie that down. Then what I want you to do is, for example, in this case, like your company is overpriced, right? Here's the objection statement, here's the resolve statement, here's the demo statement, right? And then all the way down to the tie down statement. So use this one as a reference. So don't use your prices, your company is overpriced. Everybody's going to submit one. What I want you to do is submit one that you kind of rarely get so we can have a wide variety of responses. Now, having said that, here's the response block structure. You have the book. They're listed different examples. Here are the steps. Step 1, list expected objections. Step 2, use the response block structure to develop your sales pitch. And guess what? Build all this information into your sales pitch accordingly. Now, last favor, email at least one response block structure to Sonia. Like again, we can collect all this, put it together, and then resend that back out so we can all benefit from this training. This is Victor Antonio, thanking you folks at Orkin again for having me come out. Thank you. Bye-bye.